Hello students. Now today we are going to discuss the operation of your bistable multivibrator. Okay. So now the operation of your bistable multivibrator is like this is the last video for your syllabus in your third sem. Okay, second year third sem last syllabus last syllabus topic it is. So today we are completely going to complete totally the unit of your unit 4, sorry. Yeah, we are going to complete today totally the fourth unit with the after the operation of bistable is over, then your fourth unit will be completely completed. Now after that you have to I will be sending you the important questions on your WhatsApp, and notes already I have sent you on WhatsApp. If it is not there, once again I will send you. So now in my previous video what we have studied about the bistable multivibrator. Okay, bistable multivibrator is also known as Eccles-Jordan method multivibrator. Why it is known as Eccles-Jordan? Because the inventor who has invented this, he has kept his name as Eccles-Jordan. Okay, then it is also known as flip-flop. Flip means what? Changing the state from one position to other position. Flop. Okay, flip-flop. Then this bistable multivibrator is having two stable states. Okay, it is having two stable states. Stable state means what? That means it needs two trigger pulse. That means two transistors can be triggered at one after the other. Means we can change the state of any one of the transistor. Okay, so before going to the operation, you have to remember the main important concept. That is nothing but one transistor will be on, another will be off. When it is on and off, what is the procedure going on? When it is on and off means on means saturation, off means cut off. Okay, on means saturation, off means cut off. So when it is on, it is in saturation mode. Okay, when it is off, it is in cut off mode. So when it is in saturation, what is happening? Current will be more. Okay, voltage will be less. When it is in saturation mode, current will be more, voltage will be less. Okay, then when it is in cut off, current will be less, voltage will be more. This you should remember. Okay, now next what we have to concentrate, it is having two stable states. Stable state means you can change the state of any one of the transistor by sending the trigger, because both the transistors needs what? Trigger pulse. So either you can change Q1 or either you can change Q2, your wish. Okay, by sending the appropriate trigger. Now for example, if Q1 is in cutoff, you can give the positive trigger. It will be changing the state to saturation. And if Q1 is in saturation, you will be giving the trigger in negative form. So it will change to the cutoff. So like that you can change the state of both the transistors with the help of trigger pulse, because you can give the trigger pulse either to Q1 or you can give the trigger pulse either to Q2. This is the main concept here. Okay. Now we will go for the starting revision part once. It is nothing but it is also known as Eccles-Jordan method. It is also known as flip-flop. Then it is having how many stable states? It is having two stable states. Okay, and it need how many trigger pulse? It need two trigger pulse. Okay, so with the help of trigger pulse, you can trigger either to the Q1 or you can trigger either to the Q2, your wish. Okay, then next we went for circuit diagram. In circuit diagram you have seen, you have to draw the two circuits here, sorry, two transistors here, Q1 and Q2. Okay, then C2 R2 is giving output of first with the help of C2 R2 is going as an input to the second, then output of second with the help of C1 R1 is going as an input to the first. Okay, then with this circuit need to trigger. We have given to C3 and C4 triggers. You can give either to this Q1 with the help of C3. If you are giving a trigger to C3, which transistor will be triggered? Q1. If you are giving trigger to C4, which transistor will be triggered? Q2. So after that we have to go to the next, that is nothing but circuit description. In circuit description we have studied that it consists of two identical transistors, Q1 and Q2. Output of the second transistor is going as an input to the first with the help of C1 R1 shunted form, and output of the first is going as an input to the second with the help of shunted capacitor C2 R2. Then we can give the trigger pulse either to the Q1 or either to Q2 with the help of C3 and C4. Okay, by this till here we have studied in your previous videos, like in your previous class. Now today's class we will be studying the operation of your bistable multivibrator. Okay, now operation. See, now this bistable multivibrator operation, you can become perfect by stable multivibrator operation only in one situation, that you should know a stable operation. Okay, then only you can become the perfect, you can tell perfectly the operation of bistable multivibrator. If not, it will be a problem for you. Okay, remember. Now first thing, bistable multivibrators, before going to this you should know the operation of astable. In astable what we will be doing? See, bistable operation is divided into two things. First is before trigger point and second is after. So your bistable multivibrator is divided into two forms. Okay, one is like before trigger pulse and one is like after trigger pulse. Before trigger pulse means we are not giving any trigger pulse to both of the transistors, this and this. Okay, now as soon as a trigger pulse is given, they will change the state. Fine. Now first, initially if same operation of astable you will learn there and you will copy here, more than enough. Same operation, not a single word will be changed in astable. Whatever astable operation is there, same operation if you will copy here, that is more than enough for you. Because if you will copy, if you will draw this diagram and same operation of astable, more than enough, they will be giving you the full marks. Remember this. Okay. Now first, in astable multivibrator, same operation you should write from astable to bistable. That is more than enough. If you are writing whole operation, more than enough. No need of buttifying it. Simply you should know the concept. Okay. Now first, in astable what we have learned, when VCC is on. Okay, this is before trigger pulse. In bistable, same operation. When VCC is on, okay, collector current will start rising. Both the transistors will start conducting. As characteristic of both the transistor cannot be same. Okay, as the characteristic of both transistor cannot be same. So let us consider that transistor Q1 is conducting more heavily than Q2. As transistor Q1 is conducting more heavily than Q2, the current in Q1 is more and voltage is less. This less voltage will be applied to the output of the to the input of the next transistor. Okay. So both the transistor cannot have the same characteristic. So what is happening? The output of the transistor Q1 will conduct more heavily than Q2. So the current in Q1 is more, voltage is less. This less voltage will be applied to Q2. Okay. Since Q2 is getting less voltage at the input, it will become cut off. And in cut off position, what will happen? Current will be less, voltage will be high. This high voltage from Q2 will be going as an input to the Q1. Okay, will be going as an input to the Q1. Now Q1 is getting more voltage at the input side, so Q1 will become officially like saturation. It will be saturated. So now what is the position of the transistors before trigger point? Q1 is in saturation, Q2 is in cutoff. Okay, till here you should remember. Okay, see, operation of this bistable multivibrator is divided into two forms: before trigger pulse and after trigger pulse. So before trigger pulse, before trigger, what is the situation? Q1 is in saturation, Q2 is in cutoff. Okay, now so for that purpose, what we have studied? We have to study stable multivibrator. Same operation you can write here. Okay, so what you have to write in stable multivibrator? Same operation here. Here also, when VCC is on, both the transistor collector current will start flowing. Both the transistor will start conducting. As both transistor cannot conduct at the same time, so let us assume that Q1 is conducting more heavily than Q2. Since Q1 is conducting more heavily than Q2, what is happening? Current in Q1 is more, voltage is less. This less voltage will be applied to Q2 as an input. As Q2 is getting less input, so Q2 will become cut off. Its current will be less, voltage will be high. This high voltage will apply to Q1. Now Q1 is getting officially high input, so Q1 will become now saturation and Q2 will be what? Cut off. Okay, Q1 will be saturation, in saturation mode, and Q2 will be in cut off. Okay, now next. So this is the position of your transistors before trigger pulse. Okay, now after trigger pulse, what will be the position of your transistors? Now after trigger pulse, the position of your transistors will be in different way. Okay, you can give the trigger pulse either to Q1, you can give the trigger pulse either to Q1 or Q2, your wish. Okay, so here we are giving a trigger pulse to either to Q1 or you can give the trigger pulse to Q2. Okay, so you can see the circuit once. What we have done? Okay, we have given trigger pulse to both of them. Okay, so now for example, now it is in which position before trigger pulse? It is in Q1 is in saturation, Q2 is in cutoff. So I have to change the state of Q1. So I should give which type of trigger? Saturation means negative going trigger for Q1. And if I don't want to change Q1, I want to change from Q2. So what I will give? I will give the trigger to the Q2. Okay. So Q2 is in which position? Cut off. So I will give in which type of trigger to Q2 positive. Okay, I will give trigger of Q2 to positive. Remember this. Now, okay, now I will be giving the trigger pulse to Q1. Now I am going to give, this is in saturation, this is in cutoff. Now I will give negative going pulse to Q1, and so as I am giving a negative going pulse to Q1, what will happen? This is in saturation. So the current in this will be negative, it is getting negative going pulse. So the current in this will be decreasing, voltage will be increasing. This increased voltage will be applied to input of Q2. So Q2 will be getting high voltage input. So Q2 will become what now? It will become saturation. Current will be more, voltage will be less in Q2. This less voltage will apply to the input of Q1. Since Q1 is getting less voltage as an input, Q1 will become now what? Cut off, and Q2 will become saturation. So like this you should write the operation for your bistable multivibrator. It is very easy operation. So what you have to do? First, in operation, what you have to write? First you have to tell that the operation of bistable multivibrator, it is divided into two forms. That is nothing but before trigger pulse and after trigger pulse. Before trigger pulse, same operation of your stable you should write here. So before trigger pulse, what you will write? Here the transistors, both the transistors will start, when VCC is on, both the transistors start conducting more heavily. As both the transistors cannot conduct at a time, so what we have to do? We will consider that Q1 is conducting more heavily than Q2. Since Q1 is conducting more heavily than Q2, what is happening? Current in Q1 will be more, voltage will be less. This less voltage as an input will be applied to Q2. Since Q2 is getting less voltage, what is happening? The current in that will be less and voltage will be high. So this high voltage will apply to Q1. As Q1 is getting high voltage, what will be the position of Q1? It will become saturation. Okay, and as Q2 is getting less voltage as an input, it will become cutoff. So before trigger pulse, what is the position of the transistors? Q1 is in saturation, okay, and Q2 is in cutoff. Since Q2 is in cutoff and Q1 is in saturation, you can change the state of both the transistors. You can change the state of both the transistors by giving the trigger pulse. So you can give the trigger pulse either to your Q1, you can give the trigger pulse either to Q2. So let us suppose that I want to change Q1. Now Q1 before trigger pulse, what is the position of Q1? Q1 is having, Q1 is in saturation and Q2 is in cutoff. This is the position. So now since it is in saturation, okay, I will give here a negative going pulse, and this is in cutoff. You can give it positive going pulse as a trigger, external trigger. Now I am giving a negative going pulse to Q1. So in Q1 what is happening? Current will be less, voltage will be high. This high voltage will apply to Q2. Okay, since Q2 is getting more voltage, Q2 will come out of cutoff and it will become saturation. Okay, after trigger pulse. Since it is in saturation, current will be high, voltage will be less. This less voltage will apply to Q1. Okay, now Q1 is getting less voltage. So what Q1 will do? It will be like coming out of saturation and it will become cutoff. So after trigger pulse, what is happening? Q1 is becoming cutoff and Q2 is becoming saturation. Okay, so by this You can change the state of any of the transistors, any one of the transistor by submitting the trigger point, either positive trigger or negative trigger. Okay, so by this finally we have completed our syllabus of your third sem. Okay, that is analog circuits. Totally I have completed your 4 units, and notes also I have sent you on the WhatsApp, and important questions also as a PDF file, or I will send you as a pic for the important questions. Also I have sent you, but once you check whether you have received all unit notes or not. If I have not sent any 1 unit notes, you can inform me. I will be once again sending you the notes of whole units. Okay, so by this successfully we have completed the first first time online classes, like video classes within a video. By video classes only we have completed the total syllabus of our third sem. Now from unit 1, once again I am telling you, unit 1 at least you have to study 3 answers, that is rectifiers, half full bridge. Unit 2 you study at least 2 or 3 transistor series shunt, block diagram, or 78xx 79xx. Okay, unit 2 you are not having any chapters, but unit 1 you are having 2 chapters. Filters, you can go ahead. Filters you can read for short answer, types of filter and definitions. But unit 2 you are not having any chapters. Okay, then unit 2 at least you have to study transistor series and shunt regulators. Then block diagram, unit 2 is very easy, at least you study 3 to 4 answers. Okay, SMPS. Then unit 3 you can study RC couple amplifier and feedback amplifier, options are there. If you want to study RC couple, you have to study whole RC couple. If you want to study feedback, you have to study whole feedback. Okay, but if RC couple you are studying, and advantages and disadvantages of negative feedback you will study, and positive and negative feedback definition you will study more than enough. Okay, then from 4th unit you are having oscillators and multivibrators. So from oscillator and multivibrator you can choose any one new chapter and you can study. My opinion, if you will study whole 3 multivibrators, 1 essay answer you can write. Okay, and from oscillator you can study Parker-Hassan criteria for short, and circuit diagram of phase shift, like that. If you are studying oscillator, you should study Hartley-Colpitts compulsory. Very important answers. So it depends on you. Finally, I have completed the whole syllabus of your third sem. Any doubts or anything is there, you can contact me on WhatsApp. Okay. So all the best for your final exam. This will be the first final exam for you all as an online, without any interaction with you and me. Directly I am sending you the video, but in live class, like almost I have tried my level best. You have any doubt, you can clarify. Means you all have not come back to the live class, but if any doubt is there, now also you can come and ask with me anytime. In the college I will be available, or you can ask on WhatsApp also. But whatever is the reason, if you will study at least 11 questions perfectly in third sem, you will be getting a top marks. So by this, always my blessings are with you all. Okay, you should pass with good marks in your third sem. Your work hard should come fulfill your wishes, and all the best for your final exams. Thank you.